So these are the Sony WF-1000 Mark IIIs. They're one of the most anticipated products of this year. But are they any good? Let's take a closer look. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and click the notification bell to get my next video first. So my friends, I've been lucky enough to get hold of a set of these a few weeks before they launch around the world. Now these are a follow-on to the 1000X from Sony, which, you know, in all fairness, didn't have the best reviews. But they've skipped out the Mark II, they've gone straight to the Mark III, and now I assure you, this is something very, very different. Now, one of the things you first notice about these is they look very similar to their over-ear cousins. So I have a pair of the WH-1000 Mark IIIs, and the similarities are very, very obvious. Obviously, I've got the black earbuds and the silver headphones. Now, it's not just in the look and the feel where the similarities continue. The adaptive noise cancelling technology, which many think is the best that there's ever been on the Sony over-ears, is actually the same technology used in these tiny little earbuds. Now, it's fair to say that it works better on the over-ears, but you will be incredibly amazed at how responsive and how adaptive it is on the smaller earbuds. So back to the WF-1000 Mark IIIs. Now, what a name that is, by the way. It just rolls off the tongue with no problem at all. Well done, Sony. Brilliant name. Anyway, the packaging, as you expect, is very Sony-like. It comes with the holder, the case, the charging case, and you get a comprehensive set of instructions and a USB-C cable to charge it. Now, this is not a wireless charging case. For those that are wondering, you do have to plug in a USB-C cable, but at least we are getting USB-C. That is definitely a benefit. Now, it looks brilliant. It looks far more premium than the AirPods case, and I'll show you those side by side in just a second. But this is how the earbuds sit in. Now, again, they have got that magnetic grip, so therefore you're not going to lose these if you tip the case upside down. Connecting them up is very, very simple. You can either just go straight to your Bluetooth settings and you'll see them there, or you can go into the actual application. One thing that you'll notice that is Google Assistant works with these brilliantly, and as soon as you connect them, the option comes up to set it up with Google Assistant. Now, I do recommend you download the Sony app because there is just so much functionality you can do with it, and I'll go through some of those features in just a second. So my friends, what do you think about the look and the feel of these? How do they appear to you? Are they something that you'll be interested in? Let me know in the comments box. Certainly handling them, they're slightly bigger than I thought they would be, and I'll compare them to the AirPods in just a second, but they look brilliant. They have got a real premium feel, and when you see this picture, it just shows you all of the technology that goes into these tiny things to deliver what is an incredible sound experience. When you first load up the application, you'll notice that you're in automatic adaptive sound control, and that means that the earphones will detect the best level of sound ambient control and adjust accordingly. So for instance, if you're in a busy environment like a train station, it would be very different to if you're in a quiet room. You can go in and do a full tutorial with the app as well, and I recommend that you do that. But there's loads of different things that you can change, the settings, the ambient sound center, and all of these bits and pieces. Definitely have fun playing with this. The design of these, the Mark IIIs, are far better than the Mark Is, and Sony say that they should be much more comfortable. Certainly, I was lucky enough that the actual earbuds which were attached as they came out of the box fitted me like a dream. Now, if you are someone maybe with smaller ears or larger ears, you do have a wide range of choices of different materials. You've got rubber, and you've also got silicone in different sizes, so hopefully you'll get the right size. And what they say within the app is that when you do put them in, make sure that you're wearing them correctly. So insert them and actually give them a twist, because that will then put them a little bit deeper into the ear and should be far more comfortable. Now, before we talk about sound quality, let's do that comparison between what will probably be one of their biggest rivals. Now, these Sonys in their case look brilliant. Let's look at them side by side to the Apple AirPod 2 with wireless charging case. Now, that's a big factor for some, the fact that the case is wireless charging and it's not on the Sonys. In terms of battery life, well, the Sonys probably win this argument because the wireless charging case and the Apple AirPods, on their website it says they'll last for more than 24 hours. With Sony, they've actually put some more detail in that information, saying that with active noise cancellation turned off, the Sony earbuds will last for 8 hours and then you can charge them a further 3 times with the case, therefore giving you 32 hours. Now let's get to the star of the show, which are the actual earphones and earbuds themselves. Now everybody by now will be familiar with the AirPods. They are a very unique, very distinct design. The Sonys obviously sit more in the ear and so therefore I guess are a little bit more conspicuous. In terms of the sound quality, well, my friends, there is no comparison. The Sonys are head and shoulders above. A different level of bass, a different level of tone. They really are brilliant. However, saying that, there are some things about the AirPods in terms of their connectivity, which I think are much better. For me, in the short time I tested these, although I didn't have any problem with the Sonys in terms of making calls, I did find that the clarity and the mic pickup on the Apple ones were better. Both earphones have their own touch control, which can be customized and work individually of each other. One, for instance, can have ambient sound control and noise cancelling, and the other can be responsible for playback. Obviously, you can do things like answer calls and skip tracks also. Now, if you're on an Android device, then you'll be pleased that if it supports NFC, these are NFC compatible, and they're also Bluetooth 5.0. Let's look at some of these other specs now. So the sound is delivered via 6mm drivers. The case does have NFC, as we mentioned, and with battery, well, you do get different results depending on what you're doing. So if you are listening to music continuously, then with noise cancelling turned on, you'll get 6 hours playback, and with noise cancelling off, it goes up to 8 hours. Now, the battery with continuous communication will only last 4 hours with noise cancelling on, and 4.5 with it turned off. And to charge it from 0 to 100 takes roughly 3.5 hours. Now, I think these make exceptional value as they are, but there are some things missing. There's no high-res audio support, there's no aptX Bluetooth, and there's no IPX waterproof rating. The connectivity, although it's okay, it's just not as smooth and as good as obviously with the AirPods and that new chip that they have. It's actually quite hard to find any negatives at all with these, but the positives certainly outweigh them. In terms of the sound, they are incredible. The bass that they deliver, I don't know how it does it, and the actual richness, the tones. I'm not an audiophile, but they just blew my mind. The other thing which was incredible is the active noise cancelling. I don't know how they do it. They come very, very close to the over-ear WH-1000XM3s. Guys, these are a definite recommended purchase. Check out the links in the description for the very latest price and pre-order, and I'll see you on the next video.